Arsenal nil, Liverpool 2. Well, let's just say that Arsenal didn't take any of the chances and Liverpool eventually took theirs. What's good, guys, and welcome to another episode of Mini Football Logic. It's Zeno here, and in today's episode, we're going to be talking about another FA Cup match. This time, we're talking about the tie of the round between Arsenal and Liverpool. Now, obviously, coming into this game, we knew that Liverpool would be missing the star man up front, Mohamed Salah, and Arsenal, well, they played, I think, the best team they could up until the news that came out just before in the build-up that Jesus was injured. Now, I'm not saying Jesus would have made a difference because we know how unclinical he's been this season, but this game was a really weird match between two teams that, well, struggled to take the chances throughout. But of course, it was mainly in the vicinity of Arsenal where they would be definitely ruin their missed opportunities. In the first half, Liverpool completely at sea. They were lost. I think that midfield, it doesn't work. The midfield that was out there today, Jones, McAllister, and I'm forgetting one more guy, but Jones, McAllister, and Elliot, I think it was. Yeah, it was Elliot. Elliot or Gakpo. They must have switched to something, but I think it was Elliot. Those three, they're three attacking eights, right? You need to have someone that's comfortable playing deeper and keeping the ball and protecting the back four. McAllister isn't that dude. He ain't that guy. And even when it came to the part where he's actually pretty good at, keeping the ball and passing it around, he was completely getting bullied, taken advantage of. Physically, he couldn't match the likes of Declan Rice in the midfield. And they were completely overrun. The whole inverting Trent thing, it wasn't working. Like, Liverpool just couldn't muster anything concrete. Arsenal completely ran that first half. But unfortunately, with the decision to have Havertz there up front as the 9, it didn't pay off. He had a whole host of chances and he missed every single one. I'm not going to say it's not working because I think Havertz, it's been difficult for him since he came to England. He's never got a chance to play his actual position in my eyes, which is a 10. He is a 10. All this playing him at 8, playing him at 9 stuff, it's not him at his best. He clearly doesn't have the finishing to be able to play as a 9. Having all those chances and not scoring a single one, it's criminal. Especially against a side like Liverpool, you have to take your chances. Obviously, it wasn't just him missing opportunities. I think Saka missed a couple. Saka missed one. Odegaard had a couple chances as well. They just weren't clinical. When you play against Liverpool, you need to take your chances. And Arsenal were in complete control of the game in the first half. But in the second half, it all slipped away. Liverpool started to play a lot better. The substitutes made a difference, like the likes of Jota, Gravenberch. These guys came on and they made the difference, and Arsenal started to do steam. Now, everyone's asking, why didn't Nketiah come on when he clearly is more of a natural striker than Havertz is? Only Arteta can answer you that question. I'm not saying Nketiah is obviously an upgrade on that position, but if you're looking for someone to actually get you a goal, maybe they should have deferred to him. Was it too obvious? And maybe Arteta did a Pep and overthought? Because after all, Pep is his main guy, and that's the person that he learned his trade from, innit? Being his assistant coach. But it was a mistake in hindsight to have Havertz up there because he just missed everything and it just wasn't his day. And what made it worse about these missed opportunities, that he was just taking his time. But Liverpool had similar issues too. Nunes missed a bunch of chances, but this is what Nunes does, I guess. So, standard, even that attack where they had the 2-on-1 and he just completely flopped the pass to Diaz. Diaz himself was struggling. He had a couple chances, he didn't take them either. So, both sides were just they had opportunities to score, but they couldn't. Liverpool in the second half grew into the game and they had opportunities and they weren't taking them. And I can't lie, it looked like it was going to go to a replay. It honestly did. But then Trent had a set piece. He whipped it in. It was in the goal. Came off Kyrgios's head. So that's unfortunate. Kyrgios wouldn't be playing if Timber was fit, but hey, what can you do? This is the situation at hand. He puts the ball in the net. It's unfortunate. These type of own goals, what can you do? He was trying to defend the set piece. Obviously, the celebration was quite jokes. I think everyone knows about the whole, yanking the fans out of his head and Nunes slapping him before that. Yeah, it was a bit chaotic, but yeah. And then Diaz made it safe at the end. He took one of his chances, the last one of the game. So it just looked like it was a simple fact of Arsenal didn't take the chances and eventually Liverpool took theirs. It's just how it is. Even though Liverpool got completely dominated for most of the game, it didn't matter because they put the ball in the net, didn't they? 2 times they did. And Arsenal will have to sit there and regret all those missed opportunities, That's another trophy gone. No FA Cup for them. Liverpool advanced further. Obviously, it's quite crazy that these two sides are playing in the third round. But that's the magic of the draw, they say, isn't it? Because there's no seedings. Anyone could get anyone. And although it's pretty cool that something like this could happen, I guess you want to have the best teams playing each other late in the competition. But who cares, man? As long as they play against each other, right? That's why the FA Cup is quite cool in that sense. But yeah, Arsenal will have, Arteta said after the game, oh yeah, man, we deserve to win performance and merit rise, but football is not about winning based on performance quality. It's about winning based on the amount of goals you score. As much as it sucks, that's the truth. They played well enough to win the game, but they didn't put the ball in it. That was all that was missing because that was quite a dominant performance. Liverpool's midfield just wasn't competing. Like they were just getting bypassed at every opportunity in the first half. But thankfully, Konate was stepped at the back. Obviously, Van Dijk didn't play because he was ill, and Cancer stepped up and played next to him. The baby Van Dijk, and Konate alongside him. It was powerful stuff. Like Konate was amazing, but I've always known Konate's class, and I think a lot of people have been recognizing that. Alongside Van Dijk, they've been quite formidable. But today he was really on the level of his own. People are comparing Saliba to Van Dijk. Maybe she was comparing Saliba to Konate. Yeah, much more closer to home. And as we know, Konate is ahead of Saliba in the France pecking order for the centre back's position. So, hey man, that's maybe food for thought, right? Saka's decline in form continues. He continues to be absolutely rubbish. Like that trim, it's definitely done something to him. It's a bit mad. Maybe it's the hair dye seeping into his brain and clouding his judgment on the pitch. Who knows? It's a shame. He is very important to Arsenal. Very important. But this is why it's important to have competition as well. So when players do slack off like this, they don't keep being rewarded by opportunities to play and play and play. When Pepe left Arsenal, maybe they should have brought someone in to replace him. Trossard, is he? Get a right winger. Trossard's a left winger, maybe plays as a 9, attacking mid maybe. So they need someone there, I think, to put competition. Because Nelson, he started today, he doesn't quite cut it, does he? I know Arsenal fans will agree with me on this, even though they probably wouldn't want to agree with me on this. Nelson's alright, he's alright, but if you really want to be competing for the major trophies, maybe you want someone else there too. No offense to Nelson. No, he had a chance as well right at the beginning of the game, and he squandered it as well. But yeah, all in all, this was a game of missed opportunities. Simple as that. Both teams had their fair share of chances, especially Arsenal, and they just didn't take them. And then Liverpool struck in the last 10, 15 minutes. It was a really hard-fought, gritty win by Liverpool, and they've been doing a lot of that this season. People not thinking about them much as they have in the past, but here they are, top of the Premier League, still in the Carabao Cup, obviously still in the Europa League, and now they advance in the FA Cup. So we'll see who they get in the draw on Monday, But I think I'm going to end it here. Thank you all for listening or watching. And I'll catch you in the next episode of Mini Football Logic.
Mini Logic.